Do you usually help people around you? All the time. I actually pride myself, to an extent, on my kindness. There have been many times when I've gone out my way to lend a hand to another person. Like when I was going out early in the morning and there was a girl who couldn't take her motorbike out of the house due to the steep slope from her shared house to the pavement, and I did her a favor by steering it down. How do you help people around you? Well, there are certainly a few things that I frequently do to assist people in my immediate circle. And the first thing that springs to mind is I usually buy things off of e-commerce websites for my father. You know, given how much of a technophobe my father is, it's just a nuisance for him to have to deal with all the fancy interfaces of such platforms. So he regularly asks me to purchase goods for him over the internet. Other than that, there are chores like washing the dishes, doing the laundry, you know. Did your parents teach you how to help others when you were young? Well, to a degree. Back when I was little, my parents were really busy because they had to exert themselves a lot to make ends meet. For that reason, they just didn't have the time to teach me about it. But whenever they could, they would usually tell me about how important it was to be polite and helpful. Did your parents help you a lot when you were young? I would say so. I mean, this might sound a little contradictory to what I just said above about my parents not having much time, but they did so exactly for that reason. My point is that because they couldn't spare the time to teach me how to do things myself, they just did them for me as it was just faster that way. What have you done to help the elderly? Don't get me wrong, but I don't really spend time with elderly people that much. Well, besides my father, it's not like I have anything against them. We just don't share many common interests. However, coming back to the question, if I'm not mistaken, the last time I did so was when I escorted an old lady across the street just a few months ago.